You're going to want to hear this. A Fox News exclusive right now on the race for the White House.
And Fox News senior national correspondent John Roberts is live in North Charleston, South Carolina. So what's the big news, John?
Anna, Steve, Brian, good morning to you. The big news this morning is a big endorsement for Florida Governor Jeb Bush. At 9:45 this morning, South Carolina Senator Lindsey is going to throw his support behind Governor Bush. Graham, you'll remember, was a presidential candidate, dropped out a few weeks ago. While his candidacy never really caught fire, Graham did receive high marks for being strong on the military, being strong on national security. He said he thought he was best prepared to be commander-in-chief on day one, but now he will throw behind Jeb Bush, saying, quote, that Jeb Bush is best prepared to be commander-in-chief on day one. He is steady and ready. He understands the serious threats our nation faces and has a plan to keep us safe. A few minutes ago, I asked Governor Bush what Senator Graham's endorsement means to him.
Well, Lindsey Graham is probably the most knowledgeable person on the Hill as it relates to national security, military affairs, foreign policy, and his endorsement is very meaningful, and along with it come a lot of friends and supporters of his. So I'm excited about it.
Remains to be seen exactly how much Senator Graham's endorsement means. It certainly could help Governor Bush here in the state of South Carolina. But one thing we know for sure, if history is any guide, Lindsey Graham always seems to, during an election, wind up on the winner's bus. Maybe a harbinger of things to come. We'll see. 9:45 this morning, we'll see the announcement.
I mean, think about this, John. You do have some polls have Jeb Bush tied in second in New Hampshire, and then you're followed up with New Hampshire with a few days later, 10 days later in South Carolina. So you could have momentum, and if Lindsey Graham, who's won another 6 years just a year ago, this could really make a difference.
Yeah, definitely. You remember Lindsey Graham was on the bus with John McCain. It helped push John McCain over the top. Graham well respected both in South Carolina and in New Hampshire. Governor Bush has got a pretty strong ground game in New Hampshire. He's kind of flooded the zone, if you will, with a lot of staff from Florida. He's got a lot of people out knocking on doors. And it's not likely he's going to do very well in Iowa. But if he can do well, doesn't need to prevail in New Hampshire, but if he can do well, often that changes the tone of the next few states to come. So we'll see. But it's interesting what's going on this morning.
It is. John Roberts down in South Carolina, where he's been helping us out the last couple of days.